Hello, YouTube. This is Kevin with the Weird Home Store. We're back at you again with another unique home tour. If you follow us every week, we like to go and check out unique homes, unique collections, and their equally unique homeowners. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, drop us a like, let us know what you think, and hit us up with a comment. Let us know what you thought about the video, and there's any other cool homes that you want to see. And we have a real special treat for you this week. We are being joined by Andy Goodman, who we've been billing this tour as the car collector because he has this really wonderful diecast car collection. But in chatting with him, I discovered he has a whole bunch of really cool other collections, and I'm going to leave those as a surprise as we go on for the tour. So be sure to stick around, and you can check those out as we go. And we'll introduce you to Andy. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for joining us. So you are a car guy, right?
By nature, I'm definitely a car guy.
Nice. All right. Well, what kind of drew you to it? What kind of got you into cars and collecting them?
16 years old, I got my first car. I took it apart, put it back together, had milk crates of parts left over, and that was it. I was bit by the bug. My first job, I worked at 8 auto stores in Long Island as a clerk and a stock boy, and shifted up to different locations. And a few years later, I started getting involved with car shows and ended up working for the largest car shows in the world, Hot Import Nights and Import Revolution, Hot Import Days, with a big circuit, and just kind of traveled from there. We traveled the world putting on car shows, and one of those guys that I'm not particular, whether it's an import, European, domestic, old, new. If it's on 4 wheels, I like it. And,
Awesome.
never was ever knew I'd never be in the ability to be a Jay Leno and have 190 cars in a garage. But when they're small and miniature, you really kind of have as many as you want. Hot Wheels at 99 cents or M2 machines at $6.99. They're affordable that you could have that 3-dimensional piece in your hands to enjoy. And then we got into other collectibles too, and it's just been a hobby for the family for 20-something years.
Nice, nice. And I imagine the upkeep on the little collectible cars is a little bit better than the upscale ones.
Yeah. More affordable. Insurance is cheaper. You don't have to maintain oil and change and mechanics. But I do have a few of my own full scale toys too.
Love it.
But you're limited how many you can fit in a garage.
Well, yeah, let's check it out. Show us around.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for the invite. We'll flip the camera here.
All right, yeah, show us around, and for those of you who are watching us live, if you have any questions, just type it in the box, and we'll ask it as we go.
We'll share that case when we walk out. But you're at the front of my house right now, just through the entranceway, and we'll show you room by room. We're also a very large Lego family. I've got this is the question I always get: are you actually married with a girlfriend or a wife and kids with all the toys in this house? And I am. Been happily married for many years, 3 children, but I'm not a big fan of the electronics. And as a family, we love to do Legos, all different kinds of sets as they come out. The new Monster House, the old one was right below. You'll see, of course, a lot of the vehicles that they release under the expert category. This one my wife did, the princess, the castle, Disney castle. And, of course, more cars, a lot of the speed shop stuff. It's fun to, build a couple pieces with the kids and spend some good quality time with them, keep them off the electronics when you can. Got a lot of the adult level stuff as well. At the Simpson buildings. Very disappointed they stopped at 2. My middle daughter lives in Ninjago, so she's got a bunch of that. A lot of the expert buildings. So basically, my living room, and what normal people, I guess you could say, would have a china cabinet filled with china. My wife and I decided to fill our china cabinet with Legos. All the Ghostbuster stuff.
Oh, super fun. And during the pandemic, I know a lot of people are doing like puzzles and that sort of thing. Has your Lego usage gone up during the past few months?
Definitely has. Absolutely. You know, gotta keep yourself busy when there's not much you're allowed to do anymore. Unfortunately, I lost all my car shows this winter season to the situation, and got a lot of spare time on my hands. But as we walk through, we'll go into my office. I've worked from home forever, but this is also, besides my office, my garbage pail kid room. I've also a very large garbage pail kid fanatic. I've been collecting them back when I was a kid in the 80s, but I also got involved when they came back in 2000, and I've been collecting them since. Up top, you'll see a specific Ashcan Andy collection. I don't think I'm missing very many, maybe a few of the newer ones. I have a lot of artist cards also that some of the tops artists have done for me.
Oh, the 12-year-old Kevin in me is very jealous of your Garbage Pail Kid collection. What's your favorite Garbage Pail Kid?
Ashcan Andy is definitely the one I go after just because of the name reference, but I'm a completist, and it's really bad because I've got to have one of everything. And as the collection has grown, you know, I've been a number of years just collecting more and more and more as they come out. And you know, do a whole online program. I'm not missing a single base set from the online stuff. Can't say I have everything, only because they make some pieces that are 1 of 10s, 1 of 20s, just impossible to find and afford. But I pretty much go 3 or 4 parallel sets up on everything. I got all the Funko Minis. And it's funny speaking about puzzles, because here's a Garbage Pail Kid puzzle that we had finished recently. And when you come here, Santa Cruz had done a really cool skateboard program with Garbage Pail Kids and Tops. So this is the set. And the 101s were way, way out of price range, 3,000-4,000 each. So I ended up reaching out to a really cool artist who does sketch cards. And he made this deck specifically for my family. It's neat because you see the girl in the slide is Split Samantha. You got Flat Tyler and Alyssa Kisser swinging on Valerie Vomit thrown up on Ashcan Andy. That just references my 3 kids and my wife.
Oh, super, super fun. And we have a question. Do you have any big cards?
Big cards, meaning like full sheets? No, I don't understand what big cards mean.
I don't know. Maybe we can have a. Let's see. I guess are there any kind of oversized cards in the collection, or are they all the standard trading card size?
All the standard trading cards. I never did pick up the 5x7s that were from Tops or the conventions. I do have. They're hiding back here. You can see just a little bit, but I have many uncut sheets behind the shelf back here. And then the Funko new set's coming out soon. We'll have to add another case and move that one over, but some new Funko pieces are coming out. So that's the first floor. My wife limits me on what I could put out on the first floor, only because that's for people to come and entertain and see. It can't look like a total toy store, but a lot more in store for you. As you come up the stairs, I'm also a big Jada collector, and their nanos are one of my favorite new lines, of the metal figures. These are all the chase pieces and raws and convention cars that have been done for them. And as you circle around, the nanos are the really small, like 1-inch figures, licensed figures. Whole Marvel set. Add new ones as they come out. In the common area.
Oh, wow.
It's not really a common area. The common area is the entire collection of these nanos and metals. I do not believe I'm missing a single one. I believe of everyone they released.
Wow, and where are you finding all this stuff at?
With my work schedule, I got to be honest, I order almost everything online these days. You know, I used to enjoy when my wife was working on her master's 20 years ago to go out and hunt stuff. But with 3 kids, a wife, full-time work, many clients, projects, different things I'm involved in, just easier to order them as they come out. These are my cases of the mini nanos. These are really cool cases. A guy named Dennis Wood makes these cases. Yeah, basically can make you any type of case you want. They're really, really neat to display stuff in. All kinds of Batman pieces they've put out.
Nice.
A lot of Marvel stuff.
Wow. So how do you go about kind of organizing and displaying everything? Is it just kind of you're filling it out as you go along, or do you kind of plan what you do with your room before you move a collection into it? What's your process with
I
that?
am OCD, so everything has to stay together. Different releases, different part numbers. As you get to see the basement, you'll see how bad I am. But basically, everything is extremely organized. And I'll show you my daughter's room as the Lego collection continues. My 2 daughters enjoy doing the Friends series. But down here, the room is finished completely in professional grade slat wall.
Wow.
That goes back to what you're talking about when we were saying about being organized. When I had this house built, I needed 3 skid loads of slat wall just to be able to build out the basement and the garage. And they looked at me like I was nuts. You want to finish your basement in slat wall? Yep, the whole thing. And the reason for that is I could reorganize at any given time I want to. Right here's my M2 Machines Coca-Cola collection. Now down here in this basement, I pretty much have on display my M2 Machines collection and my Muscle Machines collection, which for those who know the brand, Muscle Machines was part 1, M2 was for the second life of Muscle Machines. The same owner built both brands. But I am an M2 Machines fanatic. The detail in the cars and just the craftsmanship of these pieces is phenomenal for the price point. Over here are some customs that have been done. Some of my friends like Brian Nazario, Jim Clatterbuck have done some of the pieces for me that we use at shows. So those are actually customs you're looking at there. These are releases that I've actually done in partnership with M2 Machines. In 2009, when they first started, we did these for an event I did called Hobby Rama. These 3 vehicles here were done for a Hall of Fame event. But the S&S Speed Shop, funny story, my wife, who I didn't know until after dating her for about 4 months, her father owns the oldest speed shop in America, S&S Speed. Car. These are all different chases, promos. I have all the basic sets. When it comes to M2 Machines, maybe I'm missing 20 pieces that are produced from part numbers 108 or down. Maybe most of them are 70 and 72 and down that I'm missing. I'm going to say 99% of the releases. And the room just goes on and on. That's our slot car track. My daughter's son love playing on this. We'll do some competition sometimes. But this room is just filled top to bottom.
Wow, just amazing. So if there's one piece, one diecast car in your collection that that you just find so interesting, what would that be? If you had to share one piece, what should we see?
It goes on two different levels here. How about the very, very, very first piece I ever got as a collector is this Mustang in the bag. This was given to me by my wife when we were dating. I was a poor young kid, lived in a little apartment, didn't have any money, barely could pay my bills, but I wanted a Cobra Mustang. And she comes home one day and says, I got you your dream car. What are you talking about? No, really, I got you your dream car. And out she pulls that Mustang, and it was a cute gag. But what you didn't realize is once I put it in my hands and realized, how cool it was to have a three-dimensional piece that, I was just hooked. It's not the real thing, but it was cool sitting in your hand. And I ended up starting at that point, buying a few more. And any collector will tell you, it starts with a couple, but, very quickly it fills a shelf, fills a bookcase, fills a cabinet, fills a wall, fills a room, and now fills a house. When you ask about, do I have a favorite car? Most people that know me know I'm a Mustang Fox body fanatic. I don't purchase a lot of large scale stuff, but this is my favorite cabinet. It's all filled with 1/18th scale Fox body Mustangs. Got more Mustangs down here. A lot of Franklin Mint, Danbury Mint, a little bit more of the higher end brands. They don't really make these anymore, but when they did, I made sure to get all of them. And this is the Muscle Machines. This goes back to early 2000, about 2005. Not made anymore, but this was the same owner who created the more modern M2. This was his first diecast line. This is my 1/24th scale chase wall. I have every 1/24th M2 machine that has been made to date. Chase. And I even have the 1/18th scales. They didn't make very many of them. These things were very heavy. But this is my little corner. I got my couch, my M2 pillows. My buddy Mr. Gomez got these for me. A lot of promotional pieces, private run stuff. And this is where you'll find me hiding most nights, right down here with my cars and my TV. But the fun is people think it's done here and think this is crazy and this is excessive. But what was supposed to be a storage area is actually my Hot Wheels room now. So this is a 500 square foot room, completely filled with Hot Wheels.
Wow.
This and these go too deep on the bottom, but this is all the main lines. And I also collect a lot of the adult level stuff. So I got a lot of the car cultures and all the classics and Boulevard and Larry's Garage. And again, everything is labeled. I got this really cool set. My friend Joseph Wiggins was able to get this for me, but this is a pre-production paint sample set from the classic line, which is, I'd say the classics is my favorite line from Hot Wheels. And this right here was my actual car. Hin was the company I was a part of. And you can't see it because everything's blocking it. The very back has the NCCA logo, which was my company. So I actually had a licensing partnership and a sponsorship partnership with Hot Wheels back in 04, 03, 04.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I had several cars that had my logo on them back then. But it's still not done yet. Throwing on some sneakers here. We'll take you into the garage. As I mentioned, I'm a huge Jada collector. Kind of hard to say if I like Jada more, like M2 more. It depends on what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pre-production stuff that you can't even get your hands on. I have some box stuff that's never been opened, model kits, chrome cars, 1/18ths up top. One of the neatest pieces I have from Jada, and I've never seen it pop up again, is this Carbot Team Robot. This is one of their very first products in '99. And you really don't see this very often at all.
So cool.
And when you come back, this is all Jada. Yes, the RC cars. No, I don't run them. Again, I like the look of them. But a good friend of mine makes me these. And these are all custom dragsters based off the Traxxas chassis. These are a 1/10 scale. There's a Fox body. I got a couple crawlers too, but these are finished so nice. I've never run them. I've got one I bash around with my kid, and then I can't even go back to get them all in the shot. But it all goes too deep. It goes too deep, 12 feet high, 50 feet long. There's about 2,500 cars on this wall. And I started collecting these in about 2001, when Jada started putting out these 124ths. And you can see these are $10 cars when I bought them, $12 cars. I mean, they are really well detailed for the price points they were then. Really, really nice stuff. Detail, zoom in on this purple Nova here. You can't get this for $10 now. It's impossible, this kind of quality. Look at the deep dish, dub kind of style. And they did also, when you talk about the various stylings, Plymouth Roadrunner, just very simple and clean. Built more drag racing style. And, the modern stuff that's come out recently, all the Fast and Furious cars that have come out. And my big babies.
You're starting your Jay Leno full-size collection here.
I don't know if it's going to get too much bigger than this. I got my eyes on a Thunderbird I want, but this is a 1990 GT convertible, and that baby up there is an original 1993 Cobra
collection.
I have a bio website just at agoodman.net. You can see some of the car shows I produce, some coverage on them, and kind of use it as a rolling resume. What's really neat about these M2 machines allowed me the honor of having my own M2 machines piece.
Oh, wow.
So you'll see A. Goodman Racing on the back quarter. The 23 is actually my wedding date, August 23rd. My name is on the driver's door, kind of hard to read from here. And then on the back trunk, you'll see my wife's name and my 4 kids' names. 3 kids' names, so 4 names in total.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, but that was really neat. That's one of my prized pieces. But
Well, thank you so much, Andy, for taking us around and showing us your amazing home and your amazing collection. agoodman.net, really great place to go. Contact you, see what you're up to. And thank you again, and thank you everyone for joining us on this tour. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit us up with a like or a comment. Let us know what you thought. And we'll be doing really fun tours like Andy's every week. So be sure to check those out as we do it. And thank you again, and we will catch you all next time.
I appreciate the invite to be on the program, and I hope to connect again sometime in the future.
All right.